Video. Yeah, what the hell. Just a couple update thingies, pretty much, and maybe something on well, whatever. Ludite Returns made a video. It's just hilarious. It really is psychotic. Anyway, so I'll get to that later. Physics thing, yeah. So, Holiday did make a video response to my video. For some reason it doesn't have an icon, but it does work. So anyway, I did create this draft science toolbar thingy that you can access on the draft science website, which I'll post a link to below. Anyway, so I'm going to try to post, if there is further conversation with Holiday, I'll have the row of that. We'll see anyway. Yeah, I don't know exactly how to handle it, but I'll just post maybe I'll just do all the draft science videos there, but I'll include the any commentary videos, and maybe I'll try to figure out a way to mark them so not my videos will be marked in some way, but I don't know if it matters. Anyway, if somebody's interested, they'll find out one way or another. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, if you want to get so the other thing with the toolbar, I did do, we had discussed in the Google Plus room, me and Piro, about being able to time debates and such. So I did do a little thing here. So if you click the AI on this one, it opens this little thing up there. And so if you click on the top one, then it counts. And if you click on the bottom one, then it counts. And so you can just, like when he's talking, you click his. If I interrupt, then you click mine. And then if nobody's saying anything, or we're talking about nothing, then you hit the stop, and neither one counts. So anyway, it's a basic little counter, so I think that'll work. So if you want to have that, so you can just load it into the Google Plus room, you just go to the toolbox link here on the draft science thing, and you just drag this little fellow up to your bookmarks, the S there, see it's right there, DS. And when you click it, that will load over here. See? Anyway, so yeah, pretty much simple. And so if you click this in Google Plus, it'll work. Like, so for example, here's the Wikipedia page I'm going to talk about with Ludite, and it should work in here. So I hit DS, it pops up over there, you see? And then if I want to use the counter, I just click the AI, and there it is. The counter is on. So anyway, works pretty much. So there's other links on here from the free will stuff and from my video, the MP3 thingy. But that's irrelevant and such. So there are other tools, but why explain that? Because no one really uses them. So I'll wait till some other day for that. Close it for now. So is that all for the science thing? Yeah, I just think it'd be nice if I got to find somebody to have this conversation with and such. And I have to do some more writing on here, add some more stuff, since I do have quite a few additions to make to the postulates. So I'll try to get around to that, and it's just a whole lot of work, how it goes. So anyway, it was kind of funny, this antinatalism wiki page. So that whatever Ludite Roth, whatever, he made a video, and it's completely void of content, talking about how he's making brown babies in Mexico, and he's donates to sperm banks and stuff. Like that would make any difference. Like one retard somehow is different than any other retard. Like I could care less. Anyway, apparently his wife's pregnant with his 7th child, he says, but I don't know if I believe anything he says anyway. Maybe the children in the other videos were nephews or nieces or something. So I don't know what to believe. He's kind of whacked entirely. So anyway, he has another account, and he's having a conversation with himself in his own text chat, which is bizarre. So, and he's no doubt was responsible for these edits to this antinatalism wiki page, and I don't pay much. I don't really pay much attention to this stuff, and I don't really care. But anyway, so he had my name retracted. Gary Inmendham does not qualify as a notable antinatalist. He has no published material on the issue. Well, I just find that kind of funny that people don't consider YouTube videos publishing. It's like the draft science videos or something. They just don't consider it publishing. It's like, how is it not publishing? I mean, is everybody still like, what, in 1914 or something? I mean, it's better publishing. It's more accessible publishing than publishing. You can't get more accessible, and it's just, it's just hilarious. Anyway, has contributed nothing original on the issue, which is another hilarious. I mean, it's just kind of funny. Just beside, I was going to start with the zero-sum thing even before Benatar. So, but whatever. I mean, again, who cares? But I mean, it's just such a, it's an idiotic statement to make. Consumption, reproduction, cannibalism, addiction. And has expressly and repeatedly denounced the term antinatalist. Well, I haven't denounced it. I've said it's not good enough. It doesn't say enough. It's not accurate. If anything, I'm an anti-procreationist or an anti-creationist. But I certainly think you have to have a word that includes the nature of replication in the natural world. We're animals. The fact that we have acquired a few other skills doesn't change the fact that the fundamental mechanism is animalistic. Hunger, desire, ambition. These are things animals have. Anyway, so then his change to the text was to add this critique. And so this was funny. Antinatalism has been soundly criticized. I don't know. Soundly, what does that mean? Loudly? From a variety of philosophic perspectives. From critiques of the Benatar asymmetry. Yeah, critiques that come down to stuff like you can't, you can't, if you prevent harm, then the harm doesn't exist, and therefore you didn't prevent it. Yeah. So if you prevent somebody from being raped, they didn't get raped, so now you can't prevent them from getting raped because they didn't get raped because you prevented them from getting raped. Oh, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense at all. Oh, yeah, right. To forceful express concerns that antinatalism intrinsically engenders, fascistic moral parentalism. It's just such a funny comment. I mean, this is just so Luddite, right? Fascistic moral. So is that kind of funny? I mean, coming from a racist especially, right? This idea that morality is fascistic. So is like laws against drunk driving, probably. Even if they had, he's still smoking, right? He has 7 kids and he's still smoking cigarettes. See, this is why you really can't believe he has 7 kids, right? Because you could just say that the cost of cigarettes alone is so, they're so onerous that you just couldn't. I don't see how any individual could justify smoking cigarettes when they have 7 kids to take care of. I mean, those kids have got to be not getting stuff to buy your cigarettes. I mean, $8 a pack, that's $15 a day on cigarettes. Get real. To arguments that antinatalism is so profoundly counterintuitive. Like, that's an important criticism, isn't it? Counterintuitive, wow. So this is a critique that doesn't have any, exactly no substance at all, right? So people are making arguments that something's counterintuitive. Like that should mean something to some. Well, that's a crisis, isn't it? That it can safely be rejected merely because it's counterintuitive. So everything that is counterintuitive, everything that isn't something you think it's the way it should be at first glance, every book that doesn't read like its cover, something like that, should be rejected. To antenatal ethics grounded in a theistic metaphysics. To a contra-antenatal ethics grounded in a theistic metaphysics. So against so the theistic claim would be from what? I mean, can anybody rationally come up with some reason why there's a theistic connection somehow to recognizing that nature's crude forces and not suitable to be a creator? That it shouldn't be making things when it doesn't have any like medical degrees. Shouldn't be birthing no babies. The purported arguments in favor of antinatalism have been consistently countered such that, much like, so they've been consistently countered with what arguments? Again, where are these arguments? The argument from, what? The Martians really are missed by everybody. Everybody really is lamenting the absent rainbows on Mars. All the not rainbow events and all the not having roast beef dinners. And people really have cried a sea of tears. There's a sea of tears somewhere for all the tears that people have lamented over all the missed fun happening on Mars. Oh, no. That isn't in the argument anywhere. The purported arguments in favor of antinatalism have been consistently countered. It says it must like intelligent design. So now, intelligent design, and these are the creationists, right? These people who think nature knows best, right? And they're going to talk about intelligent design. Intelligent design at least isn't stupid enough to say, yes, let's have a God that's an imbecile. An absolute imbecile, right? That's like nature is a complete imbecile. I mean, nature doesn't have fact one, idea one, knowledge one, understanding one. It is so stupid. It doesn't even know what feelings are. And these assholes will critique somebody for adopting a philosophy that is anti-unintelligent design. Right? I mean, it is the whole philosophy is based on the fact that there's not an intelligent design. If there was an intelligent design, then we wouldn't be anti-natalists, because we would say, hey, what a good system. But no, it's a really stupid system. Make 10,000 baby octopus and kill 9,999 of them in a week. For fun. Nature's stupid. In favor of, okay, much like intelligent design, it remains at the periphery of respectable intellectual discourse. Well, who worries about what peripheries? I'm sure, again, the abolishment movement was a periphery. Women's right was a periphery. So I don't mind being a periphery in a sea of assholes. And this guy, like I say, he's such a weasel. I mean, he won't even fess up to the games he's playing on the internet. So he's not only a smoker, he's a terrible, awful liar. And he's got 7 kids. So he says. So he claims. I mean, if he's this dumb and scuzzy, you just got to imagine what the fuck is birthing his babies. Jesus. Anyway, so I mean his IP address is here, so I don't know. Looks like Arkansas to me. 166. Yeah, I don't know. So anyway, so this is the anti-natalism page, just talking about Schopenhauer and stuff and whatnot. But anyway, just really low class. But what do you expect? You know, it's almost. It's almost like you're saying, well, if they're this desperate, we're winning. I mean, they can't make an argument, so this is what they have to resort to. So that's good. Pretty much. So anyway, that's all. I don't think I have much else to report. Just kind of sick and tired of everything. Yeah, this is, 4 hours, got a room. Maybe we'll go see what's happening in there. It's live.
According to my values, they are, because I'm kind of a value pluralist. While I hold that suffering is definitely of great importance, I'm not sure that I would reduce the value of everything to being instrumental.
So go ahead and I'll test the toolbar. Let's see
so I mean, I do place a certain value upon personal autonomy. So, like, say for example, you ever watch the show Jackass?
Yeah, right. You give people the right to make a jackass show. Sure. Well, that's a little different than personal autonomy to drink and drive. So, gee, you can't even get that argument right. So I am joining the room like this. Yeah, like this. How come my firewall's not on?
Hey!
Well, now it is. Yeah, it's on now. Anyway, I just see if my toolbar works. Testing, sorry. Being obnoxious. Ah, it ended because of an error. Cunt. Sorry, bastards. I guess it doesn't like me having my firewall on. Maybe we don't like firewalls. Fucking goddamn Google. What a pain in the ass. Anyway, I probably should, oh, look, you can see my video, see the video in the video. So there's the video in the video. Sorry, I'm making a video while I'm in your room.
Okay.
So I just want to test to see if my toolbar thing works for the debating timing thing. So see, they can load it right in the room. And I can hit this button, and then I can time how long somebody talks. So I'm talking 5 seconds now. See, it's just ticking away the time of me talking. It's ticking away. So if I argue with somebody, I can keep time. Anyway, so enough for this video. And I will play in the room for a little bit and then go to bed. So anyway, till next time and such.